time, scroll down, you can find that, and I'm going to go to the next one. So next up we have Ruby Rose is joining the Crisis on Infinite Earths mega crossover on the CW network in the Arrowverse. This is really exciting, guys. If you guys don't know who she is, she's playing Batwoman in the 2019 series coming out. I believe it's going to be in November, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it could be. I'll look that up. We'll find out right now. But we also have, she's also in like Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. She's already in John Wick 2, John Wick 3, The Meg, Pitch Perfect 3, Orange is the New Black, Resident Evil, and now she is Batwoman. So we find this. Batwoman is in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and her season 1, Batwoman season 1, will launch into Crisis. And so here we have a quote from the showrunner, Carolyn Dries, was asked how the show will establish its unique world while also dealing with the epic nature of Crisis, which is what they're calling it for short. So she says, that was really important to me as we were breaking the crossover, is that I really want to keep the tone of our show in Gotham, and very grounded. Dries revealed, we are just starting out, meaning with Batwoman, and our character, Batwoman, it's not normal for them to interact with aliens and travel to different universes and stuff like that. So that is the first thing I brought up to the writers in the major writers room as we were breaking the crossover. Like, this is a thing that's important to me, is keeping this character grounded, keeping Batwoman in Gotham. It's important that she doesn't get over her head. It's like a lot of the people that took issue with maybe Spider-Man jumping very quickly into the Avengers Endgame and jumping into that battle. They did a good job of showing how kind of almost overwhelmed he was in that final battle. Like, he was just like, just take it, get out of here. And that type of stuff was, I think, handled well, but it was on the edge of very risky because he's supposed to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I think that's what Caroline Dries is saying here is, look, Batwoman's awesome, but she is a woman in a suit that is highly skilled, but still a woman and still a human. That's the important part. And so when she's saying, Crisis on Infinite Earths, that's big. That's really, really big. So we got to make sure that you can feel the overwhelmedness or the, oh my Lord, what is happening here, So it's important for her to just make sure that is contextualized. And then next she says, to an extent, Batwoman has experience holding her own in the midst of a crossover, meaning last year. And it says, as Ruby Rose's Kate Kane was introduced during last year's Elseworlds crossover event. That was last year. She says, still, it's hard to deny that the Crisis will have a lot of ground to cover given the epic nature of the event. Basically, we're going to begin, and she says this is an exclusive, we're going to begin the way Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comics, begins, which is the destruction of various parallel universes, which explains why there might be a bunch of these other Batman and Superman characters that are going to show up, and we're going to see those. Maybe their worlds start to get destroyed, and they have to reach out to the Arrowverse to ask for help to save it. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Or we'll find that the Arrowverse might be getting destroyed and they have to go to other universes and pull those heroes to help them in theirs. So who knows what's going to happen. It's going to be bonkers, guys. But let's keep reading. It says, and the goal is for us to adapt key moments from the comic. Those seminal moments, Arrow producer Mark Guggenheim told comicbook.com last month. He says, yesterday I pitched to the network what the story was going to be, and the best part of the pitch, we have a board that DC made up for me, which covers from key issues on Crisis of Infinite Earths, Guggenheim continued, and we're like, we're going to do our version of this, we're going to do our version of this, but we're going to do our version of this. And so he's basically just saying, look, it's this, we're going to do this, but we're going to do our version of this. So it's not going to be exactly like the comics. It's going to start like the comics and kind of veer into its own direction based on the context of the universes they're dealing with. And it says, our goal is, the thing we've been saying is we're going to make a list of 100 cool things we want to do. And even if we only get to do 50, we're still doing 50 cool things. And obviously, based on the cast we know so far from Smallville, Kevin Conroy's Batman, Burt Ward's hopefully Robin, and Ruby Rose, now we're reading here. A lot of cool stuff's happening. A lot of cool stuff. And it says, this needs to be special. This is the holy grail of DC comic book stories, in my opinion, and we cannot screw this up. It's good to know that they're taking this very seriously. Obviously, maybe they don't have the same appreciation for that comic that maybe other fans or some fans or all fans might have. But I think that they've got a good idea based on what they're doing. They're pulling in a lot of big characters and actors that are well beloved by fans of the franchise, and maybe it's just pandering to those fans to try to get some ratings in. Of course they want to get the ratings in, but I think they're doing it the right way. I think that this is a lot of fun for people like me, people like you, who might maybe not be fans of the CW verse even, but holy dang do we love Kevin Conroy, or man, I can't wait to see Burt Ward again. It's been so long. And then it says, are you excited to see how Batwoman fits into the Crisis on Infinite Earths? I wasn't at first, but I think I am now. And after hearing those quotes. So then we can take a look at Batwoman real quick. And it says here it airs at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CW. It's not yet rated. I'm imagining it's going to be similar to the Arrowverse, like TV 14 or something like that. And the writer, Carolyn Dries, is the one that was giving us those initial comments. And there's more to read here. I've already linked this down below, so you can do the reading yourself as well. Next up on the list,